Hey, okay. I heard that you're going to be going to a networking event soon. You have a networking event coming up, and I think that that is great. You're going to have such a good time. Networking events are the absolute best. Now, I want to talk to you about a couple things before you go so that you feel totally prepared and like you're going to rock it, okay? So, do you have a second? Great. All right. So, first of all, when you go, you want to remember why you're going, okay? Networking events, so often, especially with like smaller businesses, newer businesses, people are told, oh, you need to go to networking events. And they feel and they believe that going to the networking event is because they're going to go and they're going to sell. But you have to remember, if you're going to this, just like everyone else, are they also going to sell? Do you want to be sold to? No one really loves being sold to. People love being served, and that's a whole nother conversation about selling and service. But you're not going to sell, and no one else is going there with the intentions of selling. Going there to sell is all it's going to do is going to turn people off to you because they don't know, like, and trust you. They haven't built any connection to you. And that's a big thing is you need to establish this. So if you're going and your intention is to sell, it's gross, it's icky, please stop because you're not benefiting yourself or anyone else that's going to these events. If you're going and you're like, oh, I'm just going to get everyone's cards, and then your thought, and I know that there are companies out there that they tell their salespeople this is what you need to do, or they tell their consultants or their advisors or whatever they call you, whatever that term is, they tell these people that what you need to do is get everyone's information and then just start scheduling calls and start scheduling appointments and consultations with these people. Whoever you meet, everyone you meet, you need to schedule with them because one of them might be the yes. Sorry, my cat is right there. So, but all that that's doing is that more, if you don't actually create this connection, if they already have somebody that they use for the same service, they're going to stay with the same person. You haven't created any value with yourself. And if you just start talking about like how you're better than everyone else, does that ever feel good? Did you love hearing that when somebody says that to you? So let's not do that, okay? What you're doing is you're going to create connections and you're building partnerships, relationships, a referral setup, an entire referral network, and a community, okay? So you're going there and you're creating these connections, you're having these conversations, and what that's doing is it's allowing you to build partnerships and potential partnerships for the future. You're connecting with somebody who may have a location that you can use for something if you're a service-based provider and you need a location for something, they might have a location. That might be a great thing for the future. They may be involved in a charity or a nonprofit that also resonates with you, or might be something that you could donate your services or products to, or something like that. Okay, this is also a great opportunity to build a referral opportunity. So if you start referring people to somebody that you just met, they feel good, and that's where you kind of want to make sure, like when you refer people, like make sure you're telling them, like, hey, don't forget to tell her I sent you. Make sure that cat. Uh, Make sure that you're letting people know, like, hey, you gotta tell her that I sent you, okay? And if they're it's not so that you can get like your bonus credit or they can get whatever referral program offering they have. You're doing that because it feels good, not just for you, it feels good for the recipient. So if I was to go in somewhere and I think that somebody already has a relationship with somebody, and I can say, hey, Michelle referred me and she said that you would be able to get me taken care of, I feel good as the person saying that because I feel like you have a connection and it makes me feel like I'm part of a circle, right? Like I feel like I'm part of a nice little community, and that's awesome. So you want to make sure you remind people, like, hey, don't forget to let her know Michelle sent you. Okay, the other thing is you're going to be getting to build your community. Wherever you are, the more you build the community up, the better your community will be. Why would you not want your community to be better, stronger, grow, and more connected? That's how we all reach success. Is as we all continue to grow, all it's going to do is multiply everything for us, right? So that's why you're going to these things. This is why we're going to networking events. This is why we're building our network. Okay, now what to bring. Okay, This is a hard one because I feel like people are always like, I'm going to a networking event. What should I bring? And their first thought is, oh, my business cards. And if they don't have business cards, people will literally not go if they don't have business cards. Hey, guess what? I don't have business cards either because people throw business cards out. No one keeps a business card, right? Like, or they keep it, they put it on their desk, they put it in their back pocket, they have a stack of them, and they never look through them again. So, what you are going to bring is important, and we're going to talk about what it is and why you're going to bring that stuff. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is you want to bring a name tag. I love these little magnetic ones. They're super easy. You just like pin it on your right side because people shake your right hand and they're going to look up. This is a leading line to your name tag. So as you say your name to them, they're reading your name. You can order name tags, these plastic name tags, like anywhere. You can get them online. You can order them through Etsy. If you have a local print shop or anything like that, embroidery, they can usually get name tags like this that have, and you can either do like the magnetic back or the pin back. I like the magnetic back. It doesn't make holes in your shirts. And you can get them like fun shapes. So I have one that's shaped like a camera. Because I'm a photographer. And so you can have these, and I just kind of keep them. I keep them in my car. I keep one in my sales bag. I keep one, and that way I always have my name tag because it helps you be, it's that professional, recognizable thing. So you're going to bring your name tag. If you don't have a name tag yet, no worries, right? You can literally use a sticky note. You can use a piece of tape. You can do whatever. And the cool thing is if it's getting, like, when people start looking at it, like, pieces of tape are funny. If you do like a piece of tape, because sometimes people are like, oh, you have tape on your, that's your name. Like that's what you're using as a name tag, which is a great conversation starter. Okay. So if you have a name tag, bring your name tag. If you don't, you can improvise. Okay. The other thing, like if you're going in a professional capacity, you're not going in a sales capacity, you're going in a professional capacity, you're going representing your brand. If you have branded clothing items, wear those. That's what you paid for. Wear that. So if you have a hat, wear a hat. Now be cognizant of wearing a hat indoors and kind of what that presentation is going to give off. But that's where you can maybe wear a branded shirt, branded polo. If you have like a jacket, branded blazer, that's always good. You can also have like a branded notebook, right? If you walk around with your notebook so that you can take notes as you meet people, or your bag, if you have a bag that your computer bag or your purse or anything like that, you can have all of that, okay? Usually these kind of networking mixer events ask for door prizes. If you can afford a door prize in your budget, in your marketing budget, it's always great to do that because again, it helps kind of just resonate that you're building that community. And then you can also use these door prizes as a way to help bring people in. It might be a gift certificate that they can give to their top clients or to somebody that could use your services or product, or it might be a little gift bundle, whatever it is. There's lots of door prize opportunities that you can do. So if you could do that, and that's just, it's more of that go give, right? Like when you go and you give, things come back to you. So bringing a door prize. Now, this is where people love to bring business cards, but what I really love to bring is a cool marketing piece. If I'm going to pay to get anything printed with my name and contact information, I want it to be something that people want to keep and look at. Now, I'm a full service photographer. I am a very different type of photographer. So I'm going to have a very different marketing piece. I'm not going to do a flyer. I'm not going to do a 5x7 printout. I can have business cards, but I'm not in love with those because they don't showcase anything about me and what makes me different. You do something like this, right? Now this is a die cut printed piece, so it is going to kind of have it has an investment to it. But I get to literally, I have information on there, like what you love most. You love them more than anything in the world for who they are and who they will become. Let's create heirloom artwork celebrating their personalities and relationships so you can always cherish what you love. Has my phone number, has my website, has how to reach me, has my logo and my work. This is my work. Now, as a photographer, this is a phenomenal thing because people look at this and they're like, oh, wow, I love this. And people love this piece. I've had businesses who are like, how do I get one of these? What do I do? Well, you work with me because I can help you with that. So having a cool marketing piece that people are going to want to show, look at, really keep, because, and I want you to think about this. When you get those little business cards, what do you do with them? You might keep them, but at the end of the night, are you really keeping all of them? Do you just have a stack somewhere? Because honestly, I get a stack and it sits there for like a month and I'm like, I haven't done anything with these. I might write people a note like, hey, it was so great to meet you at X, Y, and Z, if I remember enough about them when they handed me their business card. And then I throw them out because I haven't used that person. If it was somebody that I was going to connect with immediately, I would put them in my phone, right? Like I would send them a message. I would say, hey, let's link up. So that's something to think about, as well as where are you putting your marketing money? What is the point of having a business card? So another cool thing that you can do, right? And this is another fun marketing piece. This is a bottle opener. It's just a metal bottle opener. It's the size of a credit card. You can put it in your wallet. Has my contact information on the back. And so we did these as part of giveaway bags that I did. And so, and when I say giveaway bags, like they were for prizes and they were for when I donate to auctions and things like that. This is just part of that so that, dad gets something too. So you can do all kinds of different marketing pieces, but the more memorable, and a lot of people aren't throwing these out. People always need bottle openers. People want bottle openers. They'll keep it in their, in their outside bar. They might keep it in their drawer. You can put a magnet on it and they'll keep it on their fridge. Bottle openers are great. Everyone has koozies. No one needs more koozies. Bottle openers, there's never enough bottle openers. You can do the keychain ones, anything like that. Okay. The other thing that is really, really good to bring with you is a stack of note cards and a pen. Now here's what you're going to do. You're going to do it when you meet somebody, right? You meet somebody, you say their name so that you help you remember their name. And as you're talking to them, remember the key points of your conversation. If you had a phenomenal conversation with somebody, you want to connect with them later. And by having a note card where you can take your little notes and like, all right, I met Michelle. She has 2 kids. She has 2 ducks. She has a dog. And she loves wildflowers, right? If you can then follow up with Michelle, right? And if they give you their business card, like you can staple that to it or whatever for as long as you keep it until you put them in your database. But you take that information and then you get to follow up the next day. And you're not following up the next day selling or setting up an appointment with them, like a consultation or whatever. You're following up with them like, hey, it was so great to meet you. And if there's something that from your conversation you can help them with, so maybe they were telling you about a problem that they were having and you can help them solve that problem. We're like, hey, I know that we were talking about what kind of software you were using for your bookkeeping. And I had mentioned that I was using this thing called Wave Apps. So here's a link to it so that you can do a little bit more research. Again, this is why I love it. Do what you want, but this is phenomenal for me and what I do, and this is why I hope that it helps. But you're creating that point of connection and you're serving them. Who doesn't want to be helped? Everyone wants to be helped. So that's the kind of stuff to bring. Now, what to say. All right. I want you to go ahead and close your eyes and put yourself in a networking event that you've gone to. If you've never gone to a networking event, like an official networking event or a mixer, just think about like the last time that you maybe were at a party and you met somebody and people go up to you and they're like, hi, my name's Michelle. I'm a photographer. What do you do? Are you creating any sort of connection there? You say whatever you do and that's it. Like, right? Like there's no continued conversation there. It's not an easy thing. And does it make you feel like they're interested in you? It really doesn't. So here are a couple conversation starters that you can use to help build your network, because that's what we're doing. That's why we're going. We're going to build our network. Are you ready? All right. So the first one that you can do is you ask them their name and then you say, what is a project that you're working on right now that you are so excited about? Here's what that's going to do. That's going to let you know what they do. It's going to open up your eyes to whatever world or industry they are in. So they're going to tell you about that. Now, when people get excited about things, which you're asking them, what are you excited about right now? They are going to light up. They are now going to create a connection with you mentally, right? Their brain is now creating a positive, exciting connection, that neural pathway that they're building with meeting you with excitement, because they're talking about something that they're excited about. Isn't that that's crazy? All right. The next question. Where are you located and what do you love about that area? Where are you? What area are you in? What do you love about that? Okay, this is going to tell you two things. Are they in an area that you would like to be in? Are they in an area that maybe you haven't visited yet that you can visit? Are they in an area that is close to you that you didn't even know existed? And so they're going to tell you where they are and what they love about that. This is something that is also going to let you kind of see into what it makes them excited because they love it, right? Positive words, positive mindsets. Everything about that positivity creates those positive neural connections. So you're asking them, what do you love about that place? Now, this is also going to open up to like, maybe they love to bike and they're able to bike to work. So they can say, I love being in the commons because everything is within walking distance or we can ride our bikes there. There's phenomenal shade, which is great because in the summer it gets so hot here and we can walk shaded. They have beautiful sidewalks. It's great scenery. I love it. And it really feels nice to commute. Okay, so now you know they like to walk and they like to ride bikes. And you can ask them, you can continue that conversation. You can say, oh my God, I love walking too, but there's really nowhere for me to walk here unless I go all the way to the park, which is a 30-minute drive. Or I can try to walk in my neighborhood, which doesn't have sidewalks. Where do you like to do hiking? What other kind of walks do you like to do? What are your favorite trails? Now you're building a connection, you're building rapport with them, and you're doing something that is, again, making them excited, but you're doing something that you're building a network outside of just business. All right. And then the last one is what is something that you did recently that you have been dying to celebrate? Ooh, right? Like, what is something that you are so pumped about that you are just so excited to celebrate? Now, whatever they tell you, start celebrating it. Whatever it is. It could be something so tiny and minuscule. They could be like, I made my first phone call. I booked a client on a call, or I had a cold call, or I received an inquiry this morning and they've been dying to celebrate it. But here's the thing. You have no idea how big or small that win is for them. You have no idea if that client that they just booked is going to be the client that propels them for the next 4 months. Is it a sustaining project? You don't know any of that, but that is such a big thing. They're opening up to you about something that they're excited about. And when you get to celebrate with them, they again make a positive connection, neural pathway as they're building this with you. So now, and the next time that you talk to them or they go and celebrate that, they're going to start thinking about you because they've built that connection with you. Okay? So those are just 3 questions that you can ask. And now what I want you to do is before you go tonight, before you go to this networking event, think about your answers to these same exact questions. Okay? Because if you ask somebody about the project that they're working on, as you're building that connection, they might say, well, tell me about a project that you're working on. What are you doing? Where are you located? Because if you already have those answers as they're prepared, now you're not stumbling, you're able to connect and create easy flowing conversation. Okay? Those are great things that you can do. So now you have why you're going, you understand that, you know what to bring with you, and you know what to say. I am so excited for you, and if you're still really, really, really like kind of apprehensive or a little bit nervous or anxious, just go and talk to one person. Just one person. Make one connection. Grow your network by one person, and you're going to do great. I can't wait to hear how you guys do it, and if you need an event to go to, check below. I have a link for the next mixer that I have coming up.